son of Skywalker must not become a Jedi.
An interesting history. We, of course, were in the finishing stages of Rogue Leader in the fall of 2001, but nevertheless we were talking at the time already with LucasArts about another sequel. It became apparent when we started out with Rogue Leader that of course we would be able to hit on most of the main scenes from the movies, but that there was a lot of content one of our engineers came up with a radical new way to simulate light bouncing off in the atmosphere, and that really brought a completely new dimension to our flight levels, which they didn't have before, and gave it this additional second generation look which we were going for the whole game. Development side, one of the crucial decisions, which in the end should come to haunt us a little bit, was that for second generation we really needed to have a significant jump in performance, in visuals, everything. So the decision was made by the engineering team, led by Holger Schmidt as the development director and Thomas Engel as the director of technology, to basically scrap our complete engine, all of our code which we had from Rogue Leader, and simply reinvent the wheel with all of the knowledge about the GameCube platform which we had at the time. It hugely backfired in the end, because the base engine was up and running with very impressive performance numbers, but where we made a big mistake was underestimating how long it would take to completely rewrite and re-engineer a new landscape engine. It turned out to be very, very stressful, almost as stressful in the end and throughout a lot of the development process as Rogue Leader was in its short 9 months. Right here in the middle of the art pit, as we call it, which is the large area in the company which is solely dedicated to mission and level design and artists. Mission designers started out with the same amount of people, just 4. But it became very quickly apparent that we needed more. So we added 2 more guys to the team. One of them, for example, focused almost the whole development time solely on the multiplayer aspect of the game, which in the end benefited it greatly, because we noticed pretty quickly that the other guys simply wouldn't be able to switch back from multiplayer to single player without losing some efficiency. For Rebel Strike, the challenge was, as opposed to Rogue Leader, yes, we had more time, but we also put a lot more work onto but for some of them it was quite an adjustment to suddenly go back to ground level, to have to work at scales which are much closer to what we experience in everyday life. I'm here in one of our two sound studios, and what's happening here is basically the sound design of the game. Sound design not meaning music, but sound design meaning the many effects which you hear, which all need to come into the game. In Rogue Leader we only had about 500 sound effects, and when we started to work on the end of Force, on things like the interior character sequences, it became apparent that the amount of sound effects which you need just skyrockets. Finally, what I'm sitting in here is a 1983 cockpit version of Star Wars Arcade, which incidentally was the original inspiration for the Rogue Squadron series. To make it possible for you to experience this original arcade game, if you're a pretty good player, then you can unlock it